So thinking about our team, everybody's an engineer now. So you have an agentic AI tool, you become an engineer all of a sudden. And now that doesn't necessarily mean that you're ready to start working on production systems, but it does mean that you can come up with MVPs, come up with ideas. We've recently added to our team, and I'm just curious, like when you're talking to somebody who's an engineering prospect for us, how do you ask them the questions to determine, okay, this person's going to be a good fit? These are the right technical skills that they have, and just what do you feel like is the future of how our engineering team is going to move, knowing that really anybody can download Hero or any agentic AI coding tool and become an engineer in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, Mark, I mean, it's something we were worried about for a while. We said, hey, how are we going to, in this whole new world, find the best people? We feel like we used to have a model for that, and maybe it's not the same anymore. And I'll say,
definitely not the same anymore.
Definitely not the same. But I'll say a lot of our core values kind of carry through. So the biggest thing we were looking for 5 years ago, and the thing we're still looking for today, is people who are enthusiastic and passionate about what they do. And I think that translates in so many small ways. Even if at the end of the day, you're sending prompts into these agents, the care that you're going to take, the thoughtfulness you're going to use in your wording, the amount of time you're going to spend evaluating if something is the best fit is day and night. It doesn't matter if everyone has actually the same tools. Some people are simply stronger problem solvers, critical thinkers, and they're more caring with their work. And those are the people who translate really, really well to Red Oak. The other things that we look for are people who have solved hard problems in the past, and they do not even need to be technical coding problems. They need to be complicated systems. We have people problems. You have people problems when you work as engineers on a team. You have people problems when you have to understand how to design a data system that is used by both AI systems and human consumers. You must understand that these are problems that need special care, and they need someone who is going to be technically adept and have depth of topic knowledge, but also someone who is going to continue to be a learner and someone who cares and solves problems. And in order to do that, we ask a lot of broad questions, and we ask for people to work with us and talk with us about problems in a social and a casual way, instead of just saying, hey, can you pass this lead code test? We do basically the opposite of that hard proven knowledge. We want to see who you are as a person on a team, and that tells us pretty much everything we need to know. And we've had a really strong track record bringing in great people who help accelerate our programs and help us build the way that we want to.
I think it's been interesting to see that hiring process change over the years. 3 or 4 years ago, when we were evaluating a prospective engineer, if they were using an AI tool at that time, it was a bad thing.
Yeah.
And nowadays, it's part of the process to say, what AI tools are you using in your daily process? Because if someone isn't using those, that's probably at this point a red flag. I mean, we want an engineer that has thought creatively about ways to up their productivity and almost turn themselves into 2 engineers, by using some of these tools. And so it's been very interesting for me to just over the last few years see how that process has changed. And to your point about problem solvers, how does an engineer really think about, okay, well, how do I look at the marketplace of all the different tools that are available to me and make myself the most productive and come up with the best solutions for whatever the types of customers that Red Oak is working with?
Yeah, Mark, and it's not fun to talk about, but we have had these situations of candidates who have decent or qualifying technical abilities, seem like strong individuals, but they have either a fear or hesitation or an unfamiliarity or unwillingness to embrace some of these agentic coding tools. And almost no matter how strong you are, if you're not embracing the modern tooling, it can represent a red flag. And oftentimes for entry-level students who are coming out of college programs, frankly, some of these college programs haven't grown up with the times either. So they have students who are not primed to be successful in the job market as it stands today, because they've been told not to use AI tools, and they come from this place of needing to relearn that to be a good fit for cutting edge places like us. And that's something that's really tricky. I hope that the educational systems will help prime students to graduate and be stronger fits in the market for us. But in the meantime, there are students who just have found that themselves. And in fact, that's almost more impressive, to have sought out the chance to learn these systems and to grow themselves and to build their own projects. And that's who we keep finding. And frankly, those engineers find us. They see the work that we do. They want to be on these big problems. They want to be on a team of builders. And it's been a really nice synergy between what we're looking for and what candidates are looking for.
Some of the best candidates that we've talked to are the ones that actually come to the interview with a portfolio of things that they've built themselves
Yes.
on their own time. And it just shows us that, they had an interest in something, they were able to think about that challenge and build an app or build a tool around that. And not just tell us about it, but actually show us the app, plug into our screen at the office and put it up on the screen and say, look, this is what I built. I wanted to do this, and I built this tool in a couple of weeks or whatever it is. And it really lets us see their thinking process and how they, kind of creatively can deploy some engineering solutions.
Yeah, everything's so visual now. We strongly support and recommend that, and it makes a huge impact on us when we're looking for people who fit our mold. And I think if you take something that you're passionate about, you combine it with these new technologies, and then you show care and thoughtfulness about how you put together your demo, even if it's not the perfect engineering system, even if it has problems, even if you have areas where maybe you didn't come from a technical degree, we can look past all of that because you've proven that, like, that spark and that problem solving that we want to see in our people.